Hello. Oh, he's laughing because I was ranting about Zenless. Don't worry.
We
Hello.
started with no conversation in between because I was too dead and
Yeah.
Pixel was
We
busy
were.
setting up.
Yeah.
And then
We
the
were.
answer.
We were ranting to each other about our own thing. I was ranting about Zenless. She was ranting. Oh, is it Deltarune? What? Oh,
What?
what? The live says Deltarune? What? Wait a moment. Let me fix
What?
it. I
Yeah,
don't.
it does.
What? Oh, I changed it. Oh well, maybe it stayed like that since last stream, and I didn't notice.
Probably. Could be.
And I probably clicked it, and it changed. On. Let me fix it.
Well, it could be Deltarune. I mean, we have Tenna right here, so.
Listen. Uh, uh, if I had the 3D model, I would have done the dance, but I cannot right now. I have no.
Oh wait, wrong game. Now you got to be a big shot. Now you got to be a big shot.
Hey.
No, when you were distracted,
Hey,
I,
I'm
I
busy.
went in like a predator.
Don't. Okay, now it should be. Please confirm. Now it should be. Umineko.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
So,
So
why are we here? Just to suffer.
we are here just to suffer. Yes,
Just to suffer.
and can confirm. Good.
Thank you.
So last time, Beatrice was
Let's
drinking
find
tea
Umineko
with
with Shannon.
Shannon, and Shannon gave the magical item to Canon also because
Yes.
she said, "Yeah, I don't need this anymore." So you use it. You fall in love with someone. Because if you're
Okay.
loved, you are human. They're definitely homunculus. No one can stop. No one
Okay.
can convince me any other. If
Okay. There was a very long conversation about the most important element in the world, which is
love,
and without love,
you cannot
it
see it.
cannot be
It cannot
seen.
be seen. What?
It's not that you cannot be seen; it cannot be seen.
Yeah, it cannot be seen. No,
Okay,
I
great.
was saying you cannot see it, but I mean,
Okay, yeah. That's the gist of the sentence.
yeah.
What cannot be seen? We'll figure that out.
Good question. But and also there was all this conversation about, oh yeah, look at the sea. If you look at it, it's blue, but Canon was seeing it gray. So like,
Great.
But that's
It's like
still.
Shannon is more human than Canon
But
because
that.
Shannon knows love.
Yes, but that's what I was talking about. A homunculus cannot be loved because it's an homunculus. It's not human, and if they get loved, they become human because that's the element that they miss. Okay. If it doesn't end like that, I am gonna end someone live. I don't know who, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh no, it's just me right here. I wonder who is gonna be. No, that sounded very Kinzo of you. Extremely
No,
Kinzo of
listen,
you.
I am convinced it is like that. It is definitely like that. Maybe they're not gonna say that. Maybe they're gonna use a different name, but the concept is gonna be that. Because why focusing on that? Oh yeah, you're not. In the chapter 1, they were saying, "Oh no, I am furniture. We are furniture, etc., etc."
Yes.
But they were saying it. It was like more. It looked like it was more. Oh yeah, we are furniture because we are servant. We are not really people because we
Human.
are
Yeah.
under other person. So we have. It's
Yeah.
like we have less rights.
Exactly.
We are under them, so we are inferior. Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Also, now though, that same thing, it's said in a very different way.
Mm-hmm.
It's because there was no moment where they were saying in chapter 1, we cannot love because we are furniture. Okay.
Nope.
No one's
Yep.
ever said that in chapter 1 or something.
Nope.
Not even
No.
remotely close.
No.
Now it's said, and also there was all that Beatrice talking about that she was saying, also that man did a very good job. You basically are human. Good. So why she was saying that?
Oh. We can continue.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah. Wait, load.
I have
Start. And then load.
I missed it. I don't know why I didn't see it, but
Yeah,
whatever.
it's not the most intuitive UI.
Because if I see start, I think like I start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah. Now you start on the beginning just if you press on the actual title.
Yeah.
そこにいるのは誰か
Okay, so
Speaking about Kinzo.
there was a scene change, and now there's Kinzo.
Yes.
You read, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I will try my best.
That's good.
カノンです。
Good
親
enough.
方様。
It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. However, the fact that he didn't mean his noble research had been suspended.
Oh, okay. Kind of strange way of saying that.
Yeah, he may have left the study because of a change in mood. But that didn't mean the thoughts filling his head were any different from those he had while inside the study.
In quanto a te, quello che non puoi fare tu, eccetera. È un po' così a
Sei
volte.
stupido. Sì, yeah. Cannarsi. Cannarsi mood.
Okay.
Kanon
So-
knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always disturb his research. Basically, he's always researching, whether you notice it or not.
Oh, hi. Hello.
Hi.
Beautiful young lady in cool suit guy. Oh, yes, we are here. We are good. Thank you for asking. Feel free to stay. So yeah, he's always researching, and I mean, alchemist.
Yes.
Sasito Shinji now becomes Sasito Butler.
Oh god.
Shut up, Butler.
Shut up, Butler. Now go speak to Beatrice.
That's it. Wait, solve the mystery, Butler, or Jessica will have to do it again.
Oh god.
By the way,
Please do not speak. I'm Mengi.
eh?
I was trying to summarize the last paragraph in please don't speak to me, I'm Engi.
Oh yeah, exactly. Also, this is still before chapter 1, I suppose. So is still researching these alchemy stuff, I suppose.
Yes, this is still before the beginning of the conference.
Yeah.
崩れるのか
はい。天気予報ではいつ雨があってもおかしくないと。傘をお持ちいたしましょうか。
それには及ばんしばらく私を放っておくがいい
Yeah. Okay, Kinzo.
息子たちに聞かれても所在は知らぬと言っておけ
I miss this voice so much.
He got a very good voice. He
Yes.
got a very cool voice.
Yes.
Listen to the sing while painting. Survive the. Oh, good. Hey, hi Leonard. It's going pretty
Hi.
good. Hello.
私は
Hope you're doing good as well.
を巡る旅で忙しい。
Nah, he's busy.
Yeah, he still need to see his waifu. So yeah.
Yes. Long way
か
to
しこ
go.
まりました。それでは失礼いたします。
Before Canon finished bowing, Kinzo had already returned to his own world, having forgotten Canon's presence completely. And once again, he began rambling to himself. Amidst those words, the name of that witch popped up many times,
Of course.
as he does.
I mean.
ベア
I know, it's not the line.
Okay.
It's not the line.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting.
Oh, Beatrice!
I thought there was gonna be a change of scene. Not change it. Okay, I'm alive. Oh, it was more funny than I thought that it could ever be.
お前の微笑みに手が届かぬ。どうすれば蘇るのか。どうすれば再び微笑み
Someone helped you apparently because that mirror got broken. So
何が足りぬ。研究か資料か触媒か。それとも魔力か運気か信託か。ああ、ベアトリーチェ、どうすればお前の面影をもう一度見ることができるのだ。
oh, look, he's literally crying. Okay.
Yeah, as Canon listened to his master's weeping voice with his back turned, he turned around just once. When he did, right behind his isolated old master was the shadow of a person who shouldn't have been there.
Finally.
It was the witch. At once, thinking that the witch must be plotting to do Kinzo some harm, Canon dashed back to Kinzo and tried to form a shield with his body. But when he saw the expression on the witch's face, that emotion of his vanished. After all, Beatrice's expression was sorrowful. Or maybe pitying.
I clicked that. Okay.
愚かな金蔵。わらわはここにいるというのに
Oh, he cannot see
見え
her.
ぬのか。
Mm-mm. Right behind Kinzo, as he repeated the witch's name over and over, desiring to be reunited with her more than anything else, was the witch herself.
That's
When
why.
I was reading the sentence, more than anything else, he needed money right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
yeah. No. It makes sense. Grandpa told me to leave alone. At time like this, you need a couch, a TV, a pizza, and a beer. Okay, yeah, good idea. Yeah, she's this one here is Beatrice. Yes.
Yes. And yet, Kinzo didn't notice anything. When Beatrice tried to rest her hand on his shoulder, he didn't notice.
なぜだ。なぜベアトリーチェの微笑みに手が届かぬのか。月齢か。水星の周期か。惑星の配列か。何が足りぬのだ。何が。
Is it because of that thing they were saying in chapter 1, like they're not compatible, all that stuff, like different frequencies, and you're not compatible at all, and all that things? Because we know that Kinzo is actually not very capable in alchemy and stuff like that. They said
Beatrice
that
herself told us that, yes.
Yeah,
It could be.
it could be because
Definitely
of that.
could be. Yes.
He was intrigued by the reaction to the pronunciation of Beatrice and decided to write the main character named Beatrice. Oh, really? Me personally, I'm seeing it like in the Italian pronunciation because it's actually an Italian name, so it's more natural to me to read it like that.
Yeah. Also, the way that Kinzo says it, or everyone says it, I suppose. Beatrice
Yeah,
is way closer to Beatrice than Beatrice.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
It's
call her
they add
Beatrice.
like an O, but just because of the
They
syllables.
don't have single letters.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
exactly.
don't have single letter like that. So it make for the T, just the T. It's not
Exactly.
the thing. So it makes sense to read Beatrice. The actual
Yes.
pronunciation would be Beatrice, but
Yes.
it's definitely more similar to the Italian one, to the actual Italian one, than the English pronunciation.
Yes.
Because it would be Beatrice. English.
無駄よ金蔵愛がなければ見えない
There we go.
Okay.
Canon took the brooch he had received from Shannon out of his pocket. By learning something new, would he become able to glimpse something he couldn't see now?
愛がなければ見えない。
Okay.
He looked at Kinzo's back once more.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yes.
At the end of this chapter, will we know what is that it cannot be seen without love? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. A long way to go.
I just wanted to know when to expect an answer. Okay.
You're going to forget this sentence before it actually comes out.
Okay, so I don't have to expect
There's
anything. Okay,
yeah.
good.
From what I remember, it's in answers.
Oh, okay, there's a long way to go. Okay,
It's a long way to go.
I see.
But you see,
I see.
you have love, so you can see.
Okay.
No, but
Oh,
honestly,
okay.
I forgot that this sentence was said here first, because I know where they're going to repeat it so many times.
Okay,
But that's going to be
it makes
mentioned.
sense. What I was thinking is, they were saying right now, without love, it cannot be seen. But now, Kinzo, he can't see Beatrice. So...
Right.
Is this also what they're talking about? Because he cannot see her. And that is also very similar to the discussion they were having. You cannot see the blue of the sea because there's no love. Just for a TLDR of what happened.
Yes.
So it's a similar concept if you think about it. It's very similar. No?
Something like that, yes. The thing is, right now that sentence contains a lot of possible things. So it could contain the reason why Kinzo is not able to see Beatrice. Could contain the reason why Canon can see the ocean, that the ocean is blue.
And maybe is it also why Butler cannot see the presence of Beatrice in chapter 1?
Maybe. There's the point is they're going to throw that sentence at you, and you're going to fill your head with a lot of theories. You are not expected to find the answer right now.
No,
but
of
it is
course.
interesting to hear what you think about this.
Of course, but I'm seeing all these thing. I mean, it's basically the same concept that we have here. Canon cannot see the blue of the sea. Kinzo cannot see Beatrice, and also Butler cannot in the same way.
Right.
So, and I wonder why at this point, because that's the same. That's the same principle in the end. So they keep seeing that. So they're missing love in that point, in this moment. So that's why probably. So if you look at it like that, could it be that Kinzo, more than in love with Beatrice, is like more obsessed with her? It could be.
It sounds very much like an obsession.
Because it sounds
can
more
be-
like it sounds like an obsession more than real love right now. Maybe there
Yeah.
was a point where he was in love with her, but now
Yeah, but
it's
he went
definitely an
completely
obsession.
cuckoo.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's cuckoo. Definitely cuckoo.
He is completely cuckoo, for
Yeah.
sure.
So it could be a reason why he cannot see her right now.
Mhm.
Because at
Yes.
least in the past, he could see her because
Yes.
he got
Sounds
a very
reasonable.
he got a very clear painting of her in his house. So
Yes.
it makes sense that he at least have seen her more than once, because to paint a painting you need a very clear thing like that. You need a very clear image of her. So
Yes. Sounds reasonable.
spelling on Beatrice will be changed to this in so the character pronounced it the way. Oh, interesting. He seems to be a hopeless fan obsessed with an idol. Yes, definitely. But that's not. Have you ever seen Perfect Blue?
No, I haven't.
Okay, no, I won't say anything then. But let me
I know that it's an idol-related story because Astra told me about it when she was mentioning
it's a
about
story
Oshinoko.
about a person obsessed with an idol. Okay.
Okay.
In the wrongest way that possible. Okay. It's kind of similar to the situation that we could have right here for certain things. But yeah, that's the concept basically. I really suggest you watching that movie. That movie is like amazing.
Okay.
But yeah. By the way.
The witch could no longer be seen there.
Okay, so she disappeared. Oh, this was a rather quick scene. Okay.
Where the
Where the heck are we? when you told that.
No, I remember very well.
Have I ever been obsessed with an idol? Not really. I mean, I am a big fan, but being obsessed is a little bit different.
Yeah, there's a very clear line.
There's a very clear line there. I mean, it's like you can be like a huge fan and you can be emotional when you see like your like idol or whatever you like. Yes, but being obsessed, it's like a parasocial thing. So no, that's a little bit too much. And like if you reach that point, you clearly need some help. Alizi. Don't know who that is. Okay, so Coffee, read. She's too busy vibing with the music. Hey, it's your turn to read, Offie. Offie?
The biggest fall event for the
Okay,
Ushinomiya
thank you.
family was the family conference in October. I needed the loop to end. But Jessica, there was another major event that came before that. The school cultural festival. There we go.
Oh, okay, so we are at a school.
Yes. Jessica liked school.
Wait, I thought she didn't like it. Okay.
To her, it was a place where she could let out the stress she'd built up from the rigid lifestyle she was forced to lead at home.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean...
For today's cultural festival, she'd formed a group with her friends, and had announced that they perform some light music on a temporary stage. She had prepared and practiced for this over and over until today, always anxiously awaiting for the day's arrival. But there was one thing that worried her. She looked at the clock. There was still a little time, but she felt uneasy. Would that person really come?
Oh, we're talking about love interest here.
After taking a single deep breath, her heart jumped when all of her friends suddenly started speaking in shrill voices.
嘘ひなの彼氏超イケてんじゃんマジすごくないマジすごくないリンの彼氏すっごい頭良さそうあれでド S メガネなのマジ本当
What is this sentence?
A glasses... Eh? What's a glasses beast? Whatever.
ダメダメ
I
うちの
don't
旦那ギャル男だし
It may not be like this for all girls. But at least at Jessica's school, the cultural festival was basically a boyfriend exhibition.
Oh.
Jessica didn't have a boyfriend. She had many friends of the opposite sex, but no special only one. But Jessica was a little famous around the school, and everyone thought it'd be natural for her to have a fitting partner. Furthermore, her pride had led her to pretend that this was true. She'd somehow managed to keep them fooled until this year. But for various reasons, she hadn't been able to escape this year's cultural festival.
ジェシー彼氏来た
いやまだ来てねえみたいです
Ah, yeah. Oh no, he's not here yet.
仕事忙しいのかなジェシーの彼氏どんな人なのせめてヒントだけでも出してよ何系何系
すごいよね社会人なんでしょ
It's a shame. It's a shame they don't have that portrait, but I understand that. They're probably like gonna appear here and
Yeah.
never anymore. But
Exactly.
yeah, it's understandable.
スーツとかで来るもちろんメガネかけてるよね
What's this thing with glasses? Glasses are very versatile.
ねえでも本当はいないんだよね
Oh, it is a Japanese cultural festival. That's why.
Oh, I see.
Oh, was that a translation of all the writing there?
Yeah.
素直に白状したら私の仲間に入れてあげるって一緒にこの文化祭を涙で濡らそうよ
Was it an explosion?
いるいるいる本当にいるって
Jessica, please.
Yeah, it definitely exists.
Jessica's bitter smile was covered with cold sweat. It was starting to seem doubtful whether she really had deceived her sharp-witted friends. Oh no, not yet.
はい
Ah, of course. The game is not gonna give me an answer immediately. Hmm.
We are playing Tokidoki Literature Club.
Yes, definitely. I mean,
Definitely.
the violence is basically the same. So,
Yes.
a working man wearing glasses and a suit. It could be me. Yeah, it's true.
It could be you, yes.
It could be me.
偽物
Wait, I didn't read. Sorry, I was like,
How about to make a fake boyfriend and bringing him to the cultural festival? You can still read if you want to.
yeah, okay.
誰をそんなのの心当たりねえぜ
Sorry. Every time I hear that, all I can think is the call of the robot of the ninja. So
That's okay. Shannon's ridiculous plan surprised Jessica into hysterics. Even so, it was probably more realistic than the crazy methods running through her head about getting a boyfriend in a big rush before the cultural festival.
I mean, she could ask a friend, like, could you post my boyfriend? And that's it. I mean, they
She
solve it like
can't
that.
because she's trying to fool everyone.
A friend not from school? Oh man, who? Yeah,
Do you think she has one?
Of course, I forgot. Yeah.
Poor Jessie.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. I mean, she lived in a desolate island, so
Yeah, exactly.
カノン君なんてどうでしょう。
It could literally be you. Gray hair, glasses, smart.
Must be the guy with the antenna on his head and kids mark all over the suit. Yeah, it's, yeah, I'm Mr. Tenna. Yeah, definitely me.
Yes.
カノンくん？ダメダメ！ていうか、きっとカノンくん文化祭の日は仕事に決まってるぜ。迷惑かけちゃ悪いしさ。
もちろん予定表も確認済みです。
Let me tell you, Shannon, you are very, very sly.
Yes.
And also,
Only when it comes to others.
I do approve this. I do approve this, Shannon. Good job. You deserve pat. Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
There we go. Nice.
Good job. Good job.
カノン君はその日お休みになっています。
You did that on purpose, didn't you? That you give him a free day that day. Hmm? I know your plan. No, you cannot fool me.
こんな時ばっかり容量がいい。
Very good.
じゃなくて、休みならもっと悪いぜ。せっかくの休みを私の見栄のために引っ張り出せないよ。
Yes.
カノン君は引っ張り出されないといっつも閉じこもってばかり無理に引っ張り回すくらいでちょうどいいかと思い
Good.
ます
Now,
よ。
good job. Make her feel guilty. So she's got to do it now.
そうなの？
いや、
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yes?
Yeah. You were like, it kind of looked like you were sleeping on your side for a moment.
Oh no. I don't know why.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It was just a tracking. That's why. Okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it was the tracking. I always look kinda still, but that's because I'm reading. But the point is
No.
that
The
sometimes
thing is, you were. Look at me, if you can.
Yes.
You were like this with eyes closed, and I was like, what?
I do have a habit of tilting my head while reading, so that checks out. And then the fact that I'm
But you
reading
were
sometimes
you were looking down, and if you look
yeah,
down,
my camera does not
your...
pick really
No.
that I'm looking down.
It's normal because if you look down, your eyelids close more,
Yeah.
and it may look like your eyes are closed. It's normal.
Okay. So that checks out. No, I'm very much awake.
No, it's okay.
でもカノン君に悪い。
なら晩作つきますね。おとなしく彼氏はいませんと白状なされてはいかがでしょう。
Why are you so smart with this stuff and never for yourself, Shannon? Tell me.
それは肩身の狭いよ。卒業までの短くも長い間を耐え忍ばれるだけでございますし愛し合う恋人同士にとって独り者のひがみ顔が何にも勝る甘い蜜なのです。
シャノン私のために本気で悩んでないでしょ。おちょくってるでしょ。
No, not at all.
No, what are you talking about? Jessica wrestled about with Shannon, her ears theory. Ears? Eyes? What? Did I say ears? Oh well. But
Okay.
Shannon was pleased,
No,
laughing with a
you
little
know
smile.
that this is actually a joke. Okay,
What?
Okay,
はい。
okay. What does YES spell?
Y-E-S, yes.
Okay. What does EYES spell?
Eyes?
Yes, but if it's completely different pronunciation and just one letter more.
Yes.
That's why it's kind of strange.
Ah,
Now you just read eyes, but if I asked you out of the blue that, you will say yes. And it's completely
I see.
normal. It's an actual joke.
okay. I see.
私とジョージ様のことを茶化してばかりのお嬢様への仕返しです。
Listening to Shannon's comeback, the likes of which didn't happen even once a year, Jessica hugged her cushion and rolled around on their bed, pretending to faint in agony. She couldn't stand Shannon's smile, which looked so triumphant. But right now, she was the only person Jessica could talk with. She could choke her to death with her cushion later.
いいじゃないですか、お嬢様。文化祭ではありますが、カノン君と一緒に遊びに行くチャンスですよ。
いや、それはそうだけど。いや。
Jessica buried her head in her favorite pillow to hide the fact that her face had grown bright red. And she grumpily chewed on the fingernail on her thumb. It really was a reaction to be appreciated. Shannon and Jessica were of about the same age, the same sex, and friends. And they were both right in the middle of puberty. They could never talk enough about love.
Of course.
That's why they could talk freely about these topics to each other. So, Jessica had heard a lot about how Shannon and George's love was progressing. And Shannon had heard a lot about what type Jessica liked, what kind of man she might be interested in. Judging by Jessica's reaction, it'd probably be rude for us to go into precisely what these things were. However, this story won't get anywhere if we just have Jessica rolling around forever. So let's dive in.
Okay. I like this fourth wall break. I like this.
Jessica had been thinking about Canon ever since he'd shown up. It was extremely rare for a young man to visit Rokkenjima.
I mean,
I wonder why.
yeah, but also it kind of makes sense. It's like the only boy her age on the island, more or less.
Yes.
So
maybe it was natural for Jessica,
Yeah,
a girl in
see?
puberty, to develop an interest in Canon. But if anyone said that, it would destroy the romantic ideals of a maiden's pure heart and love at first sight.
Of course.
Shannon had been with Canon a long time at the orphanage, so she'd known him since before they started working. So, Jessica had asked persistently about what his hobbies were, what his favorite food was, what type of girl he liked. Even to Shannon, it was clear that Jessica was infatuated with Canon.
I thought it wasn't as clear though, because in chapter 1 they were saying that Jessica, liked Canon, she liked Canon, but didn't really realize until the end.
That herself.
Yeah, she didn't realize herself for real. So, I don't know.
Maybe to Shannon it's like that, but then
but
to
to the
Jessica
other-
herself is not.
Yeah, it could be.
Come on.
カノン君をデートに連れ出せるいい機会じゃありませんか。
でも、カノン君にだって好きな人とかいるかもしれないし。
I would like to pinpoint, Shannon, though, that you're the same person that felt that wasn't enough for George, so...
Double standard, bitch.
Okay, by the way.
私なんかの見えっ張りに付き合わせたら気を悪くするぜ。
お嬢様のような素直じゃない方を、何でしたっけ、ジョージ様に習いました。そうそう、ツンドラとか言うそうですよ。あと十数年かすると流行るんだそうですよ。
Yes.
Yes.
へえ
Honestly,
さすがジョージ兄さんだな。
okay. Honestly, I have to
Yes.
say something about this. You know that the very first tsundere in anime is Asuka, right? If you don't,
Yes.
if you didn't know, now you know.
Yeah.
It's Asuka
Yeah, no,
from
I know.
Evangelion. That's the very first time that a character like that appeared. I personally thought that someone like that couldn't exist in real life. It's not true. It really could exist. Very rare, probably, but it's real.
Okay.
未来のトレンドが
That's
わかんの
interesting
か
to
よ。
know. George, it's time to invest into anime right now.
Managed to see future trends like that. When is this set?
1985.
So Evangelion wasn't out yet, so this is not historically accurate. Accurate. I'm kidding, that's okay, don't worry.
Yeah, you know, it's just George is cool like that.
Because you knew before everyone else.
Yes,
すげえぜ
exactly.
じゃなくてってことは私ってタイプは時代がずれてるってことじゃねえかよ。
What is she doing?
Fucking around. It took several days of wasted efforts, but in the end, Jessica agreed to the plan of having Canon pretend to be her boyfriend.
Finally.
Finally. Jessica regretted calling out at such a bad time. Canon always looked sullen, but he had some bad days and some better days. Unfortunately, this reaction was the former.
Of course.
いやそのさ
I mean, he's even cute, but he's a little bit too... how do you say that? Sullen. You've been summoned by Umineko.
There we go. Right, no detective
Oh,
hat.
I forgot. Wait, I forgot about that. Wait, I will fix
We
it.
were too interested in the love story right now.
Yeah,
That's why
I forgot about the detective head. Let me fix that. I was to fix that. Okay, let me disappear for a moment. I will make the head appear.
There we go. Oh my god! We have just disappeared! This is all Beatrice's fault!
Yes, it's because without love you cannot see it. That's why we disappeared.
So you have to say that you love us, and that way you're going to.
And then
see us.
maybe we'll reappear. Maybe.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Aww. Oh no!
Oh yeah, sorry about that, but I cannot change that option because it's gonna be a problem if I do.
Yeah, what we read. There we go. We reappeared. Thank you for making us reappear.
Yeah, thank you for making us reappear. We thought it's still being seen. Yes, real.
There we go.
It's
I love that
because
sentence so
by the
much.
way, just pinpoint 2 seconds. It's because if there's too many symbols or stuff, the bot is gonna block the message. It's because there's some bots that spam that stuff. It happened to me, and I have to keep it like that. Sorry about that. I cannot change it, or else it's gonna happen. I'm afraid it's gonna happen again. It's not. I know it's kind of annoying, but I have to keep it that way. By the way, head is on. Thinking head is on. Let's continue.
Pong, 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 pong. All that confidence and effort she built up practicing in front of a mirror all night was wiped out in about 5 seconds.
Of course. Okay.
course.
Honestly,
Yes.
real advice. If you have to do something like that, just go. Just go.
Yeah.
Don't practice. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna. It's
Yeah,
not
no.
gonna. It's gonna work. The practice is not gonna work. You're gonna forget about that in a second. So just
Yes.
go. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it head on. Don't care. Just do it.
Jessica turned bright red and hung her head. When he saw that, Canon sighed. Jessica thought that he was exasperated with her, and her face went pale.
Of course.
シャノンから聞いています。
Oh, you
お嬢様
already?
の学校の文化祭へお供するようにというお話ですか。
ああシャノンナイスじゃなくてそうなんだけどその当日の予定は
Aw.
どうかな
シャノンから当日は特にお嬢様
Strictly ordered by
厳
Shannon.
命されております。僕は高校には行ったことがないのでわかりませんが、何でも男性の付き人がいないと大変肩身が狭い場だとか、後宮本家令嬢が庶民に劣ることがあってはならないと特に厳命されておりますので。
Okay. Just remove the broom from your butt, please. Just a little bit.
シャノンは
Jessica kept yelling with a strange voice and a broken smile, like a tea kettle filled with boiling water. As Canon watched this, he sighed again. Canon wasn't an idiot either. He fully understood what Jessica intended by inviting him. But to be honest, playing along with Jessica's love game seemed like it'd be nothing more than an annoyance to him. However, Shannon had asked him over and over.
Is that you making that sound?
Oh, I'm
That.
this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my spinny ring.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the game. I was like, what the heck is that? Okay.
No, hear me out. I found that when I'm playing with this, I can actually read better.
No,
Because
okay.
I'm not just focusing on
Okay.
the...
Okay. Remember when I told you that you may have attention? Now I'm convinced. Now I'm convinced. Because I have a Sonic squishy that I use for the same reason.
Oh, I see.
It's satisfying to squeeze, and the thing is, I need to have my hand busy with something,
Yeah.
okay, or else I don't focus. So the ring is a thing. The Sonic squishy is another thing. But yes.
Yes. No, I usually how can I say this without it sounding bad? I usually oh my god, play with my hands and fingers a lot, but I always find that I hurt myself in the process by doing that. So I got this spinning ring
Yeah.
to stop me from doing that.
Also, fidget spinner, it works.
I had one, but I'm not too sure where that is.
I had one. I used it so much it broke. So
Oh wait, I found it.
I used that. I used the one I had so much that it broke. So
There you go.
yeah, but it was working.
Yeah. You know, I love spinny things anyway.
It's satisfying. I don't know.
Yes.
By the way, Shannon asking me over and over. He was playing that
Okay.
to her.
Okay, I got it. So you couldn't refuse. And that brooch was in his pocket.
He's gonna use it.
Could this strange turn of events have been brought about by the magic power residing in his brooch?
Oh yeah, that's it's true. He doesn't have to wear
He
it.
doesn't have to actively use it or wear it. It's just having it on him.
Yeah, you just need to be on him, like in his pockets or whatever.
Exactly. Ridiculous.
Yeah, of course, ridiculous.
But he remembered what Shannon had said to him that day. Could Shannon see something he couldn't? I don't understand Shannon's feelings. We are furniture. As if we could ever become anything more. It was a truly odd exchange between Jessica, who was still rambling on in a strange voice, and Canon, who sighed deeply.
Strong man Canon.
ジェシー、人が来てるよ。
Wait, I was meaning to ask, but I forgot.
Yeah.
Did the sound bother you?
No. I was just curious about that, what the sound was, because I thought it was in the game. It wasn't bothering me at all. I genuinely thought it was like, wait, there's something in the game? It's like a sound? I thought it was something important. That's why I asked.
No. It's just that usually Discord does not pick up on it, but whenever I'm talking, it feels like my mic is strong enough to pick that up as well.
No, that's okay. That's the only reason I asked. I was like, wait, is that a sound that's in the game that I'm supposed to get something about? Okay, no. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just me.
That's okay. That's the only reason I asked. So,
Jesse, someone's here!
no, I was.
Oh my god!
Okay, actual question. Did ever anything like that ever happen to you, or were you part of a conversation like that?
Wait, what?
Like,
conversation between Jessica and Canon?
No. I mean, like, someone see you. Oh my god, oh, is him? Oh, is he cute? Oh, stuff like that. That ever happened to you? Is that real? How real is that?
I didn't have this with boyfriends at my school.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember very clearly, especially in elementary and middle school, that scenes like this happened with parents. Oh my god, that mom is so cute! I wonder whose mom it is.
Oh, okay, I see.
Oh my god, that dad is looks so strong. I wonder whose dad that is.
Okay, I see.
And I remember very clearly everyone looking to find their parents in the crowd.
I see.
Boyfriends, not that much, but probably because in high school I wasn't really in that kind of groups.
Oh yeah, no.
I was the strange one.
Oh yeah, me too. I was the strange one as well. I was the strange one that liked video games instead of sports.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, ooh, no.
It was even worse to me because it's not just that I liked games, it's just I'm a girl and I like games and I'm not interested in anything else.
Oh yeah, it's like I never really liked sports and stuff. And
yes.
So the thing was, I was like, I always enjoyed video games and stuff like that, and I was the strange one because of that. It's not like it is. It wasn't like it is right now, because it was at that times it was strange to like video games. Let's just say it like that.
I get it. Yeah, it was strange for my years as well.
at least to like them like that. As much as I did, or as much as I do.
I guess that most of the boys in my class liked FIFA or something
Yeah,
like that.
and I hated that.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
get
hated
it. I
that.
tried. I got someone insisting, so I tried, but I don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. I honestly don't get it either, and uh, and I also don't get Call of Duty because it's the same game every time. It's like nothing
No,
different.
I never played those. Never played those.
I tried once. I tried one of them, and it wasn't even a Call of Duty. It wasn't even that bad. Okay, but then I played another one, and it was like literally the same game,
Okay.
and I was like,
You know. Okay. I'm done.
why? Why it's the same? So yeah. By the way,
You know, I get it.
聞こえてないの？
ごめん。誰？
As my friends all gathered together, they were looking this way with hard to describe expressions, whispering to each other in small voices that weren't small anymore.
of course.
My attempt to play dumb felt pretty transparent, even to me.
Mm-hmm.
Did I really just say sorry who it is? Who is it? Like I don't know who just showed up. It's useless, it's useless. My mind's going blank.
Shizu. Whoa, what are these clothes? Honestly,
Yes.
not what I was really expecting for Canon wearing in like not a butler attire, but very chuny, but very chuny. So yes.
But Butler is like a Butler. I'm so sorry. Canon is like a Jeep boy.
Yeah, no, it's very chuny, edgy. So yes,
Yes.
no, it's completely.
That's the vibe.
I bet all the girls are gonna like him because it's super edgy. And
Absolutely.
I can bet my money right now. I would point in all the girls are gonna like him because it's edgy and chuny and stuff like that.
Oh my god, it's so mysterious.
That's it.
There you go.
本当に彼氏いたんだ。
Oh my god, it's real.
ジェシカの裏切り者。すっごい素敵じゃん。年下？年下なんて聞いてないよ。どこどこ？ジェシの彼氏ってどこどこどこ？ショタって本当？
It's not that younger.
遅かったじゃねえかよ。
昇降口がわからなかったもので遅くなって申し訳ございません。
Oh.
いや、その格好も似合ってるぜ。
Not nervous at
Wait,
all.
I was about to say
普
something.
段着が良くないと言って。
I'm not going to because I remembered something.
Oh, okay.
Continue.
Okay.
似合いませんでしたでしょうか。
Oh, so you bought that on purpose. Okay.
Yes.
そんなことないよ。シャノン、後で2階級特進。
なんだかここは女の人ばかりで居心地が悪いです。
I mean,
だよな。さ、ここじゃなくてステージの方に行こうぜ。もうすぐ私たちの出番だからさ。さ。
Jessica seemed just as uncomfortable. It looked like being bathed in everyone's interesting gazes was hard on her.
No, he's pretending to be Jessica's boyfriend right
Yes.
now. But like there is a love interest going on in both sides probably. So
Maybe.
yeah, definitely.
From one side is pretty much confirmed.
Yeah, from one side is basically confirmed. The other is like more subtle,
Maybe.
but it's definitely gonna be.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah. it's not even a maybe. It's just definitely like that. It's just that one side is like a person that never shows his emotions. So yeah.
When he saw Jessica's appearance, Canon thought he might have made things difficult for her by coming.
なんだか迷惑をおかけしているような気がし、お邪魔だったでしょうか。
そんなことないって。
僕がお邪魔でしたらいつでも言ってくだされば。
Is it that strange?
Maybe in a cute way. Maybe it's just a cute way to call himself instead of a more strong masculine
Oh,
way.
it's because it's not saying ore. Probably.
Yeah, but Boku is more feminine or for younger people.
It's more cute, so
Cute,
like,
cutesy, soft, yes.
for
Soft
what?
boy.
Yeah, no,
Soft
no, no,
boys
no,
call
no.
themselves Boku.
Okay, I got it. Because like Watashi is more neutral in that sense,
Yes,
and
but Atashi is more feminine.
Atashi, not Watashi.
Yes. Watashi and Atashi are two different
I
pronouns.
didn't know there was Atashi. Okay.
Yeah, there's also an Atashi.
Okay, good to know. Hi Astra,
Hi,
hello.
Astra. Hi. There we go.
僕はどうしていればいいでしょうか。
There we go.
Milady, oh man, they're gonna die because of this.
That's what I remembered.
She's gonna die.
Die.
そうですか。わかりました。ジェシカ様。
Okay. She's straight.
You can hear the fangirls, yes. They're definitely fangirling.
Yes.
ごめん、カノン君。3秒でいいから。目。キス。
では、つまります。
Explosion. Bang. Thunk. Bam, bam.
Bang bang.
Slam.
Slam.
What's happening?
Crash.
Go Jessica, made them. Oh, she's punching them, I see.
Yeah, exactly. By the time Canon opened his eyes, a horrible tragedy had occurred in the room. Everyone had been driven into the wall, so their arms and legs outstretched. Jessica had slipped her brass knuckles back into her pocket before Canon's eyes opened.
Oh man, okay.
とにかくステージの方に行こう。
You were joking, but apparently that happened. Ore, a word used mainly by adult men. Yes, I know about that.
私たちの出番はもうすぐだから、しばらく席で待っててよ。私たちは準備あるからさ。この先、突き当たりまで行けば仮設舞台があるからわかるぜ。そこで待ってて。
She pushed Cannon's back as he seemed to be having trouble moving himself and chased him out. Even though Cannon was confused by Jessica's attitude and her panicky state, which he'd never seen before, he followed her instruction and headed in the direction she had indicated. After seeing him off with an awkward smile, Jessica slammed the door shut and yelled loudly.
ささ、見たね。見たでしょ、満足した。ざまねぜ。
Jessica, please.
賭けに負けた。
絶対ジェシに彼氏なんかいないと思ってたのに。
彼氏じゃないんでしょ。使用人へのパワハラでしょ。
No, how could you think that?
Well, technically, she isn't abusing. Shannon is.
Yeah, true.
彼氏素敵だおー。
いや、かましいぜ。ほらほら、準備準備。
When Jessica took the brass knuckles out of her pocket again, everyone energetically returned to their tasks.
she, she's that kind of how do you say that? God, I forgot the tepista. How do you say that in English?
Oh, delinquent?
Yeah, she's that kind of delinquent anime schoolgirl.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
Remember that Natsuhi always says that she uses bad words.
Yeah, no. It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It makes sense. Yes.
A refined delinquent.
A refined delinquent. Yes. You know, who
Yes?
kind of remind me of a little bit. Have you ever seen Zombieland Saga?
No, I haven't.
Okay, there's the leader of the idols who's an ex-delinquent, basically.
Ah,
And she is kind of like that. She's a delinquent, but it's not like she's evil or bad in that way. She's just
I see.
a bit aggressive.
Understandable, have a nice day. Canon went down the corridor Jessica had shown him and ran into a temporary stage set up where the vending machines should have been. It was probably being rented by the hour by some group or club. The ones singing were student groups, but the crowd was still incredibly excited. Disliking that clatter, he leaned against a wall in the darkness by himself. So, this is what they call high school. It sure is noisy. That's what Canon thought. Then he remembered Jessica just now, acting in a way that he'd never seen before. Honestly, she was in such high spirits that alcohol might have been involved.
Aura Ojo-sama. They're saying that to you.
What?
They're calling you Aura Ojo-sama.
Oh my god, no, please don't. I'm going to hide if you do.
Neme is doing that on YouTube.
Aww.
Yeah, she's calling you Aura Ojo-sama.
Thank you, but I am not.
Lady Aura.
Ojo-sama じゃない。Ojo-sama じゃない。全然Ojo-sama じゃない。
I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just a little side note because that's one method. It's I find whenever there's like school in like a different country or stuff like that, it's very cool to see because there's like it's like completely different on what we have
Oh,
here.
yeah, absolutely.
And it's kind of a shame that we don't have like events like this like they do in Japan for the spring or
Yeah.
stuff like that, because it's very cool. And it's a shame I clicked by mistake, and it's a shame
okay.
that nowhere else they do stuff like that, because it could be very cool.
You know what the closest thing for my school at least was? Christmas recitals of any kind.
Yeah, but
That
it's
is
not
the
really the
closest
same thing.
No, it's not the same
It's
thing.
not,
But that's the closest.
because
one.
like in this one like this, everyone can do whatever they want basically. Like they can make an anime club, they can make like a music club, they can make a group where they even about movies, about stuff, about whatever you like, and they do like an exhibition or a show or stuff all about that. That is very cool, and I honestly think it makes people enjoy more their hobbies.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a cipher in in front of. No, it's I'm a detective. Tante. Ore wa tante. Pixel tante.
This. Remember this at the end?
Oh yeah, pixel tante desu.
There we go. Good job. Should I continue?
Yes, please.
To him, remaining composed and intellectual at all times was the highest virtue. In that sense, it was very hard for Canon to get used to the atmosphere of a school cultural festival. He had a responsibility to report everything he saw and heard to the master.
School had theatrical plays, a small concert, was not on a Japanese level. It was like a strong project. Yeah, no, I got it. Sometimes that stuff can happen, but I find this specific Japanese way to be like the coolest thing that you can imagine in that sense.
Yes. So he also had to report about how Jessica had acted without restraint earlier. At the very least, it was not fitting for the daughter of the Shiromiya head family. The master, Kraus-sama, and especially Natsuhi-sama, will probably be angry.
Definitely.
If I am to report it in a way that protects Milady, should I blame it on appropriate school friends?
Maybe don't report it. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Tante, the pronunciation of this part is good and funny. Oh, really?
なんだよあれ。バカみたいだ。
Canon thought back on how Jessica had acted earlier and sighed again. He could understand Natsuhi's headache a little now. Come to think of it, Natsuhi-sama, as the president of the PTA, was supposed to go to an informal gathering after attending the ceremony in the gymnasium.
Oh, the PTA is the parent, you know, for a
Community, yeah.
I don't remember what this letter stands for, but it's basically the head of the parent community. Yes.
Okay. She said she wouldn't be able to see Milady's performance, didn't she? That's probably for the best.
人混みは気持ち悪いな。なんだってんだ一体。
Of course.
Several female students keep glancing at me.
Of course. I wasn't expecting anything different.
It seems that they're all whispering the same things Milady's school friends said, and it's truly unpleasant. Come to think of it, didn't Shannon warn me? If you walk around at something like a school festival, you'd better watch out, because lots of strange people will come and talk to you.
Strange people being high schoolers.
Schoolgirls.
So yeah, very strange people.
お一人ですか？
Just as expected, a group of girls I'd never met started talking to me.
Oh no, people.
Oh no, people. Their stares started to make my back tingle. Didn't she tell me some magic words that could chase them off in times like this?
すみません。連れがいますので。
あ、そうですか。ごめんなさい。
Oh.
It worked. Instant reaction. Well, that got rid of them, but it hasn't really changed the number of people staring at me.
違うよ。あの子だよ、ジェシーの彼氏。
Yep.
嘘？あの子が？信じらんないよね。絶対に嫌だと思ってたよ。
No one believed there for even a second.
可愛いじゃん。
No.
年下？いいなぁ。
There's no way I'll ever come to a place like this
poor
again.
Canon.
Canon signed for about a zillion times that day.
Oh man, poor Canon. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.
When he did, the lighting changed, and the standing audience started cheering. He looked around and realized that there were suddenly a large group of people there. And unlike earlier, they were mostly guys.
Okay.
With his huge crowd, he couldn't even see the stage. Fortunately, there was a fallen beer case nearby, so he tried using that as a footstool.
Oh, he's short. That's true. I forgot.
He is very short. When he did, he realized that there was now a new group on the stage. Their leader is Milady. She's changed into stage clothes and she's now holding a guitar. I didn't know she could play. Then again, maybe she can play. I've seen her practicing air guitar before.
I mean, it's not really the same thing, but okay.
Natsuhi-sama wouldn't approve of any hobbies outside of study. Maybe she was always practicing in secret.
Oh yeah, I definitely seen that. So you're not approving of playing guitar.
Yeah. Come to think of it, she's been returning really late from school recently, hasn't she? Maybe she's been practicing at school, far away from Natsuhi-sama prying eyes.
Good idea, Jessica. That's a very good idea.
Yes. It really is for the best that Natsuhi-sama didn't come. If Milady were to get scolded by Natsuhi-sama after putting so many hours of practice in, she'd probably be dejected. Damn.
That was loud. That was loud.
I could hear Jessica-sama's forceful voice through the speakers.
Oh, she's gonna sing and play at the same time? Oh, that's hard to do.
Jessie-sama? Maybe that's her nickname at school. The students in the audience kept calling out that name. I'm a little offended by that crude name. It's inappropriate for Milady.
Of course.
Of course. Jessica-sama was in high spirits as they kept shouting Jessie-sama. Everyone here was probably a fan. Her mic performance picked up on that and electrified them even more. It was almost like a music program on TV. At first, he thought that this was all silly, but that feeling had changed into appreciation. It was incredible, in its own way.
It's too bad there's no GG for this.
I think there is, but they're trying to...
Hype it up? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Also, when it comes, I have a fun fact, because I'm pretty sure that this version is going to be different.
Okay.
Kano never listened to the music of his own of his own free will, but he always heard that kind of music the Shurmiya family liked. Since it was almost all classical, Kano had naturally taken a liking to that kind of music. Wait, I need to...
Yeah, that's
so to Canon, the song Jessica sang was... How should you say it? Extremely colorful.
I see.
In any case, if Natsuhi-sama heard it, she'd probably faint. Are they not going to... There we go. Oh my god, okay, it's the original one. Perfect.
What?
This is the original one. Of course, she's cosplaying
She's
Marisa.
complaining as Marisa from Toho, definitely.
Perfect. This is the original song. From what I know, the newest versions do not have this song in them, and Jessica is dressed very differently. Still kind of maid looking, but not Marisa looking. Because there were issues with copyright on this.
I see.
But so if sometimes you think that the original style of the drawings resemble to WoW, or that some of the songs resemble to WoW, this is why it's very clearly.
I think when I installed the mod, there was something about this because they said there is a Toho reference that it's a faint remembering right now. But
yeah, no,
someone I remember in the installation there was a point that said there's gonna be a Toho reference. Do you want it or not? And I said yes, something like that.
Okay, good job.
So that's probably
I like this version better.
So that's probably this. Are they thinking about the fact that they don't have boobas?
I have no clue. I never looked it up, to be honest.
It's that.
Yeah, Petan is that, but I honestly never looked it up because it was too catchy. Never thought.
Oh well.
I can look it up later if you want.
That's okay. No, it's not really important.
But
We're just curious.
the important thing for us is that she's definitely cosplaying.
Yeah,
and
she's
singing
complaining as
beautifully.
Marida. Definitely complaining as Marida. And also,
But everyone look.
also
Yes.
now that I noticed the actual original style, she kind of looks
Yes.
like Marida.
Yeah,
Right now.
the regional styles of the drawings is very early Toho. Extremely early Toho.
I mean, the early Toho drawings are not as good as
Yeah, no.
there's some fan art of Toho that are crazy. There's an oil painting fan art, more than one oil painting fan art about Toho. I don't know if you knew, and they're like
No, I didn't.
amazing, and they're like, what the heck? This is a Toho fan art. So really, it's like super good. And if you think about the original games, how the art is, it's like, wow, really?
The thing is, I thought about this, but I'm not too sure about Umineko only having one person because the soundtrack is not written by Ryukishi. 100%. I'm very sure. Very sure
Maybe
about
it's
that.
a friend of him
But
or something.
yeah, maybe or a friend or a fan or something like that. Because
Yeah, it could
you know
be.
that always been made by one person only, right?
The original Toho, yes, it's like all of them are made only by one person whose name I don't really remember because memory.
Zun.
Thank you. And it's all made by the same guy, and
Yes.
he also made art. He made he made everything on its own. And
Soundtrack, art, scripting, everything.
I may be wrong, so don't really put money on this, but if I recall, it's like, if not the first, it's one of the very first indie games ever.
I remember something like that. In any way, it's very important.
I
Very
think
important.
it's the first, but I wouldn't be 100% sure about that. It's basically
yes,
a very small project made by one person that became super famous.
exactly. So all of this to say, Zun is definitely to be appreciated.
Yes.
As an artist, as a programmer, as everything.
Yes, definitely.
Doesn't.
And
I don't really care that much that the art is not good, but the fact that he did everything himself is amazing.
No, seriously. Listen, I am of the school of, if you want to do something, just do it. It doesn't matter if it's like super good looking. The important fact is that you tried and you did the best you could. And think about a game like Undertale, which is like the code is like the spaghettiest and most messed up code for a game. All the dialogue are yes, all the entirety of the dialogue of that game, it's an if.
Ah, what
the entirely dialogue of the entirety of Undertale, it's an if. It's an if statement. So
I didn't know that.
I'm not kidding. I wish I was kidding because Toby Fox doesn't know how to program. It's an entire if check. So every fucking time you talk to an NPC, it's an if check, and it check for every possible character you could speak of and that could speak. So, and that doesn't break your computer just because that game is so small. Because if it was like a modern, even a AA game, not even a AAA, your computer would explode because of that. I'm not kidding. It would overheat in 2 seconds because of that.
Yeah, Yandere Simulator style.
The thing is, do you notice it when you play it?
Absolutely not.
No.
I have no clue.
You have no clue. It works. Yes. Is it buggy? Doesn't matter. It works, and you just did that. So that's could be applied here as well. So if you didn't know, That's the thing. If you want to do something, just do it. Do it the best you can. If it doesn't work, at least you have learned new stuff. I learned how to use Game Maker because of that stuff. You know, I learned how to use RPG Maker, not Game Maker, because of Off and many other video games I like making with Game Maker, with RPG Maker. So there. By the way, that's good.
In the meantime, I have looked Tsurupettan up.
Mm-hmm.
The original song was from Imperishable Night, which is 206. 5 or 6. I'm not too sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was an Hatsune Miku version.
Oh.
And then 2 other versions in other discs. But the translation is flat, flat, smooth and flat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's basically that.
Flat, flat, smooth and flat. Flat, flat, flat as a pancake. Flat, flat, flat-chested.
Yeah.
Today I'll sneakily hide in the trees again and keep the stalking Reimu. Stalking! I'll wait and steal some of the bean buns and sacred wines from the offerings. The little girl who throws parties every 3 days is actually a really heavy drinker. She sticks out her arms when she runs. Is she going for the cute look?
Oh, okay.
This Oni, evil spirit begun, born into the world of humans, see below, will be buried. Doman Seiman. I think that's a.
It's a Toho thing.
Dark. Okay, in the darkness, Miko Miko.
The entire thing is a Toho, so it's a song about Toho, basically.
Okay. Miko Miko, Reimu, Miko Miko,
Yeah,
Reimu, Miko Miko, Reimu. Yeah.
Reimu is the Miko.
The protagonist.
Yeah. It's not always the protagonist, but it's.
Yeah, right. Sorry, forgot about that.
It's the protagonist in the majority of the game.
Little girl, flat-chested little girl, little girl,
Yeah,
flat-chested
okay.
little girl. Don't call me smooth and flat-chested, crying emoji face. Suika, suika, flat-chest suika. Suika, suika, flat-chest suika. Don't call me a stalker, crying emoji face.
I see, okay. But still, it's a song about Toho, basically.
What the fuck? I can hear footsteps coming up behind me again today. Oyashiro-sama is stalking. Curses, disappearance, sacrifices, torture, demoning away, and sneak eating.
Sneak eating? Oh, okay.
Sneak eating.
Okay. It's probably.
What am I?
It's probably about someone stalking Reimu or something like that.
Oh my god! Yeah, I was wondering about this. It's not a fever dream. Oyashiro-sama and Onikakushi are terms from Higurashi when they cry.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck? That's an actual. They exchanged references.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm not going to go into specifics.
That's cool when the references return the opposite way. That's very cool. It means they acknowledge each other, and that's a very cool thing to see every time.
That's very cool. And then it says Tsurupetani is used in the second entry of the visual novel Umineko When They Cry, when Jessica Ushiromiya sings it while cosplaying Marisa. The song was replaced in the anime and later parts of the visual novel, with the latter changing Jessica's outfit as well.
I see.
I'm very sad that they did.
It's sad that you lose the reference, though. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
By the way.
What were we saying? Right. Some diehard fans even brought pen lights. Now I know what pen lights are.
Okay.
I didn't know that at the time and didn't even ask myself what a pen light was.
What?
When I read it the first time, it was...
Oh, you didn't know what pen lights was? Oh.
No, I didn't know what a pen light was. I discovered that with Holo.
Really?
Yes, I didn't know what a pen light was.
I think I knew it because of an anime or something. Because I was wondering what those light stick were.
Yeah, but I
I've seen them
thought that
something.
those were those sticks that you break and they glow.
No, I knew that they weren't that. I knew that they weren't that because I learned it from something, but I don't remember what. I don't remember. I'm sure it was an anime, but I don't remember what anime.
Nice.
I clearly remember looking at those things, and I was like, "What the heck are those?" And then there's probably me googling what that stuff was, and I discovered that. Oh, and I discovered the entirety of idol culture. So yeah.
Nice. Sorry, can I ask if you want
Of
to continue
course,
reading?
that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Someday I had friends who had even brought pen lights, sang along, and danced crazily with the same movements, almost as though it had been planned ahead. On stage, Jessica-sama also sang enthusiastically, dripping with sweat. Couldn't find a single element that was appropriate for the other Shinomiya family, but it looked like so much fun. Again today, behind me, the sounds of footsteps. Oyashiro-sama is stalking me.
Oh, right. I didn't.
Oh, it's a translation. Curses,
Yeah.
disappearance, sacrifices, torture. Onikakushi, does that make a good snack?
Onikakushi. Yeah, this is basically the explanations of
Yeah, the lyrics.
the lyrics and the oh my god, the Easter eggs, because Oyashiro-sama is their reference basically.
I see.
That's so cool. I forgot about this.
I must not go along with it, but at any rate, Milady is full of life and looks like she's having a great time. As I watched Milady enjoying herself, I thought, could this be Shinomiya Jessica's true nature? Don't I know better than anyone that during her life on Rokijima she had no choice but to kill her sense of self? So the time she spent, not as Milady, successor of the Shinomiya family, but a single girl called Jessica living to the fullest must be very important to her. I brought close to Milady, seeing her in all season, and thought I knew everything about her. But that was all limited to one side of her, the Milady of Rokijima. Again with this, we are furniture. Yes. We serve in Rokijima and end our lives in Rokijima. So I've come to think of Rokijima as itself as our whole world. As though, like in Ptolemaic theory, the ocean spilled off the end of the world into an abyss. But when I look at Milady like this, I can see how horribly narrow that outlook is. Still can go along with the excitement of the crowd. I feel like I can sense something that cannot be seen on Rokijima. I'm not sure if this is the unseeable thing Shannon was talking about, but the ocean still doesn't look blue to me.
Give yourself time, bro.
Yeah, dude, like, you just discover a side of a person that you had no idea, so just calm down. Ow, 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 ow.
今日はジェシカの学校の文化祭だったな。校長先生はお元気でおられたかね。
ええ、お元気なようでした。そうそう、高宮議員もおいでになっておりました。
Oh,
あなたに
okay.
よろしくと特に言っておりましたよ。
You know what's a diet?
It's some kind of.
It's the Japanese parliament.
Okay, there we go. I was looking for another.
It's called
gathering, political gathering.
It's literally called diet, and in Italian you would say dieta.
Yeah,
literally
I know about
that.
that.
Literally that.
It's kind of. I wonder why though.
Because that the meaning of the word is literally a group of things.
Ah,
Like the origin of the meaning of the word is basically,
oh,
if I recall, a group of stuff. Like, that could be anything. So a group of people. That's good. I may be
I
wrong though.
forgot the name. I forgot the name for origin of the world
Don't remember as well, but
God damn it! Please go on. I will look it up.
okay.
Etymologia. There we go.
Thank you.
そのようでした。
Etymology.
あの方も精力的な方です。そうそう。あと、榎本会長もおいででしたっけ？
Ah. Apparently, it comes from Latin.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the dies, basically, which means giorno or day,
Uh-huh.
because it maybe because it was during the day.
It could be it was during the day, definitely.
So it comes from medieval Latin. It's not even the oldest old Latin. It's
Oh,
medieval
okay.
Latin.
Yeah, but if I recall, it was used as saying group of stuff, but stuff like
Yeah, apparently.
things and everything is a group. I may be wrong, but if I recall, that was the initial meaning, at least. But
Nice.
word changed significance after a while.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. So it became the diet, like stuff you eat. So that's
Yes.
it. Naturally, the topic of Jessica Cultural Festival came up at dinner. School events often became social gathering for local volunteers. It was the same for the Shinomiya family, who were celebrities around here. Natsu remembered the name of the VIP after another one VIP after another at social gathering, telling crowds the news about them. Jessica didn't really have any interest in that discussion and really slurped at pumpkin soup.
お嬢様、あまりお行儀がよろしくないかと。
へいへい、そりゃあ悪かったぜ。
Yeah.
ジェシカ、
Of
そういう
course.
言葉遣いは改めるよう
Of
いつも言ってい
course.
ますよ。
Of course.
はい。
Jessica answered, discouraged. When he saw that, Kraus smiled a little and paused his conversation with Natsuhi.
ジェシカの方はどうだったかね、文化祭は。
ああ、まあ、
She cannot really talk about that, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, exactly.
見ていましたよ。よく頑張っていましたね。
Eh? She watched the thing?
まあね。
Jessica's face turned bright red. She probably hadn't imagined Natsuki would actually come to see her on stage. She felt a bit of happiness and embarrassment. Actually, she hadn't really wanted her mother to watch, since she didn't want to be told that her music was inappropriate for a Umineko family. But certainly didn't make her unhappy to hear apparently she'd done a good job after watching her try her best.
ジェシカもなかなか落ち着きと貫禄が出てきましたね。
Eh?
生徒代表にふさわしい振る舞いでしたよ。
When?
ああ、うん。
The smile that had been there until a second ago crumbled like sand. Jessica immediately realized that her mom was talking about something different. Jessica was also the school's student president. She had no interest in doing something so annoying, but her parent had been pushy, so she gradually accepted. Unfortunately, she was popular at school, so she won the election easily. So Natsu was praised in her for the student concert sponsorship ceremony at the beginning of the cultural festival. Actually, she had just carried that out half-heartedly. After all, she immediately met up with her friend and held the stage rehearsal for the rest of the time.
人の上に立ち、責任を背負うという経験は、必ず将来役に立つ。
Yeah, she really cares about that, right?
後ろ宮家の人間として、きっとジェシカを成熟させてくれる。
Man, okay.
ただ、挨拶が少し早口でした。
Because she didn't care, girl.
内容は及第点でしたが、 早い口調はそれを薄れさせます。一呼吸置く癖をつけるといい
I'm
で
not
しょう。
even part of the conversation and I'm already. After she finished eating, Jessica didn't feel like going straight to her room. Her room was basically the place her parents had ordered her to be. So perhaps for Jessica, instead of returning to her own room, being in an unknown location in this large mansion was a major form of resistance. She's gonna go to the painting. No? Okay. I was convinced for a moment. Jessica felt that even being in the mansion made it hard to breathe, so she went outside to the rose garden. Oh, she's gonna meet Canon, definitely.
まあ来たところでどうせ後ろ宮家の跡継ぎとしてふさわしくない
Yeah, what do you expect?
Yeah.
What do you expect?
ならこれでいいんじゃねえかよ
Man. Jessica laughed at what she was sulking over. She laughed at what kind of words she could possibly have been expecting. That was dumb of me. Indiana was just like an entire little brat. I'm a little exasperated with myself. And it makes me want to laugh.
お嬢様
I knew it.
カノン君か驚かすなよ
Oh, asthma attack. I see. Wow, now that I think about it, she was singing with asthma, so like...
She was
Whoa.
fine on that.
Hmm?
She was fine in that moment, apparently.
Yeah. Could it be that it's more like a stress thing than an actual...
Could be.
Because it can happen. Just as she was about to force a laugh, Canon suddenly started talking to her, and she choked. And... it always happens when she's like over... how do you say that? Over... stress, kinda.
Oh, yeah.
Because it happened when people was dying, and if that's not stressful, I don't know what else it is.
Yeah.
So it also happened when she was like screaming. That makes sense because she was like overly stimulated, basically. So she was
Yes.
screaming angrily, so that happened. And now that she is like probably super stressed about the entire situation, so it could be.
何なんかよ
その
Jessica's expression became the one she always wore when looking at Canon. The listless Jessica from a second ago was gone. He had still only known Jessica as the eventual successor to the Shimiya family, as he had until yesterday. He might have mistakenly thought that Jessica's mood had sprung back to normal. But that wasn't right. He now knew a part of her they couldn't have seen until yesterday. So he understood that there was no way Jessica actually felt the way she appeared.
あ今日は文化祭いや私の見栄に付き合ってくれてありがた助かったぜ
お歌お上手でした。
えあそうかよ照れるぜ
Even though she had heard the words she most wanted to hear, Jessica acted shyly and could accept them openly.
僕には歌は歌えません。楽器も小学校で習ったハーモニカとリコーダー笛しか知りません。だからお嬢様も同じだろうと決めつけていました。
At the time, Cameron had never felt as though he'd been looking down on Jessica in this way. But all the people he'd seen playing special instruments were on the other side of the brown tubes in the TV. At very least, he'd been under the impression that it'd be impossible for Jessica.
僕は家具だから
Of course.
歌を歌う必要も 楽器を扱う必要もないと信じてきました。
But I'm not sure anymore.
カノン君、その家具だからって口癖
Thank you.
本当に予想ぜ。
Yes.
Thank you.
使用人の心得ってやつだろ。使用人は生きた家具であれってやつ、源氏さんがよく口にしてるもんな。
心得というわけでは本当に家具ですし。
I'm more sure every second that we pass, every time they say it again, you know?
I see.
福音の家の子たちがいろいろじい様から援助をもらってるってのは知ってるし、それに恩義を感じてるのも知ってるよ。でもだからって家具なんて言い方はあんまりだぜ。私たちは同じ人間じゃないかよ。
Yes.
Yes, girl, say it.
カノン君は
He didn't answer. The motherfucker didn't answer to that thing.
どう思った？
とても楽しそうに見えました。
それは多分違うぜ。
え？
楽しそうに見えたんじゃなく、羨ましかったんじゃない？
そんなことは。
It is superhero. Cameron probably hadn't noticed that emotion in himself. Most likely Cameron saw something he'd never seen before, learning it about for the first time, and felt ambitious. And to tree himself out of that emotion, it called inside furniture over and over.
私は後ろ宮家の後継ぎだかなんだかだそうで、まあそのいろいろな面倒がこれからもあると思う。それについては運のない星の下に生まれちまったと諦めるしかないさ。多分カノン君が福音の家で生活しなければならない、生まれる星は選べなかった。
そうかもしれません。
ただ私とカノン君では大きく違うところがいいってわかる？
Huh? I'm furniture, Milady's not. I was about to say that, but stopped.
わかりません。
カノン君は自らの運命が自分の全てだと思って諦めた。私はこんな運命じゃ納得できないから自分の思い切りを頑張ろうと思った。だから後ろ宮家のお嬢様をやらなければならない窮屈な自分と、自分の好きなことに精一杯な自分というもう一人を作った。
It is, honestly, this makes me think, because they're both basically in a similar situation, if you think about it. They're like forced to be in a state, okay? And with state, I mean, she's forced to be the Shiromiya family, and he's forced to be the butler, okay?
Yes.
But there's two different approaches to the thing. She's the positive approach. Jessica has a positive approach to this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And Canon is the negative approach of the situation. She's like, yes, I have to do that, but I also can do other things that I like. Okay? And he's like, oh no, I can only do that. And that is all of me. That is all I am. And I cannot change that at all. He got like a very nihilist point of view, let's say. But she's very positive about the thing. She's saying, yes, I do have to do that. But also, I can do other things. Why not?
Yeah.
That's all I have to
もう
say.
一人の
Nice. Good job.
カノン君は自分のことを家具だからと言い聞かせてきた。そう言い聞かせなきゃならない辛いことが、それについては本当に気の毒だと思う。でもそれだけでカノン君の人生を全て決めちゃうなんて。人はさ、自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれるもう一人の自分を現実逃避とかとは違うぜ。そのもう一人の自分でいるとき、私は最高に生きているって実感だから、普段の日常がどんなに窮屈で退屈でも 私はきっと窒息せずに生きていけるってわけ。
自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれる自分を作る。
To make another me, one that isn't furniture. The relationship with George Sama has Shannon given birth to another self that isn't furniture? And is that Shannon sees something that cannot be seen by furniture?
私さ、カノン君のプライベートって全然知らないぜ。でも、なんだか想像できる。
Oh yeah.
図星でしょ？
Canon couldn't reply but was answered enough. He had no concept of a private life, so Canon would always be Canon. So furniture would always be furniture.
カノン君のカノンってさ、
Oh yeah, we don't know his real name.
本名じゃないでしょ？
In the Fukunaga, new graduates would given new families and a new life, so they were also given a new name. In this case, that was Canon.
確かに僕のこの名は仮のものかもしれません。
Before, he had thought of itself as Canon and no one else. But he remembered. There definitely been another itself that wasn't Canon. But that was far, far away, beyond the distant fog of oblivion.
なら、カノン君にもカノン君である時とそうでない時で違う自分がいてもいいはず。使用人である時のカノン君は自らを家具と呼び厳しく自己を戒めてるかもしれない。でもカノン君じゃない時の君はもっともっと自由に生きていいと思うんだ。
Those words definitely weren't just lip service. Jessica had also been like this in the past. She had cursed her own birth into an environment different from all her friends at school. Only she had been heavily constricted environment, forced to learn all sorts of things, and she had even been told whom she was and wasn't allowed to play with. May have been sad, but she given up, resigning herself to the fact that she'd been born under that kind of star. But one day, Jessica stopped giving up and surrendering. Stuff like Ushinomiya family customs and pressure didn't matter. She created a real Jessica inside herself, one who could do what she really wanted to do. That's okay, Mikael. Have a good night. Bye bye.
I want this scene to end
Yeah.
before we go.
私さ、学校ではジェシってあだ名で呼ばれてる。だからさ、ジェシであるときは自分に思い切り素直に生きてる。だからこそジェシカであるときも頑張れるんだ。カノン君にもカノンであるときとカノンじゃなくて、その本名であるときでカノンじゃないとき、自分を好きになれる自分になってみ。
僕がカノンじゃないとき。
One thought of his real name as being completely meaningless. Because of that, he thought that Canon, they're never gonna really. They're gonna tell me the real name at the very end of this thing, and I hate it. I hate it in the most good way possible. And now Jessica was telling him to create something new, another self that wasn't canon.
カノン君、嫌じゃなきゃ教えてよ。本当の名前なんていうの？
He was silent for quite some time. Maybe Canon's real name has risen to the tip of his tongue. After hesitating for a long time over whether he should say it, in the end, he swallowed it back down.
忘れました。
Boo!
Bruh.
Boo!
僕の名
Boo!
前などもう
Boo!
どうでもいいことです。
Those words contain a faint rejection.
僕が本当は何という名前であったとしても今ここにカノンとしてあることだけが現実です。過去など何の関係もない。作られた家具の材料が元は何という木の幹であったかなんてどうでもいいことと同じです。
だからよせって家具じゃないんだぞ。君は人間だぜ。
Yes.
僕は人間じゃない
That's it. Canon clearly voiced his refusal. Was be Rachel, he didn't show. Jessica couldn't say anything back and was struck silent.
お嬢様は人間です。だからどんな生き方をしようとも自由で、どんな未来も可能性もある。それはまるで翼を持ち自在に空を舞う鳥のよう。でも僕にはそんなものはないんです。僕がたとえ鳥に見えたとしてもアヒルに過ぎない。アヒルに翼はあっても飛ぶことはできない。なのに空の夢を語るなんて、そんなのは残酷すぎる。
家具だのアヒルだの、なんだってんだよ一体。いや、
Jessica then calls to go on along with Canon's forceful manner of speaking, but she realized that she shouldn't fire back and swallow her sword.
私は君のことを何も知らない。生い立ちも知らないし、その苦労も知らない。
You don't even know his real name.
だから、
Mm-mm.
君がどうして自分を家具だなんて言い出すようになったのか。でも知って、ちゃんとした人間だぜ。使用人としてのカノン君が家具だと言うならそれでもいいよ。
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
what the-
You disappeared for a moment. Just a hika.
Oh,
カノン君は家具でない時の人間の時の自分を作ってもいいとは思わない？
そんな可能性を抱けるのは僕はそうじゃない。僕には未来も可能性も
Dude,
見
you've
るべき夢
you've
もない。
seen Shannon. Come on.
だからお嬢様、それ以上残酷なことを言わないでください。
なんでだよ、なんでそんなことを言うんだよ。
お嬢様が僕のことをご自分と同じ人間だと勘違いなされているよ
Are
うな
they,
からです。
are they explaining that right now?
僕とお嬢様は違う存在。それをはっきり申し上げておきたかったのです。シャノンに聞きました。お嬢様は僕のことをお気に入りになられているとか。
Oh, like that? Okay.
あ、いや、
No, no, me.
what are you talking about, me?
僕は人間に限りなく近い姿を知ったから、シャノンのように自分を人間だと錯覚して一時。でもそれは自分を騙しているに違いない。いえ、お嬢様を騙すことにもなるのです。シャノンとジョージ様も必ず破綻する。その日が訪れることをシャノンだって理解しているだろうに。バカなことを。
バカだってことはないだろ。そりゃジョージ兄さんは立派な人だし、両親の期待も背負ってる。確かに結婚とかになればエヴァおばさんがいろいろと口出しをしてくるだろうし、まあそのゼントは多難だと思うぜ。でもな、ジョージ兄さんはそんなのに屈する人じゃねえ。
Good, tell him.
シャノンをジュリエットになんかしねえぜ。きっと幸せにしてくれる。
Ah, Juliet, like Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I was.
人は家具と
I had to think about it a second.
お嬢様が家具を愛することができても、僕にお嬢様を愛することができないと。
Those words of Cannon's crushed all of Jessica Bitter's feeling from that day. There was no way our emotion could have predicted that she'd be refused so bluntly. In an instant, she'd lost the willpower that had led her to try and unravel something stubborn into Cannon's heart. And before she knew it, she was just standing there in shock.
お嬢様が僕を好かれているという気持ちが、僕の思いやり
Come
でもの
on.
なら、どうか。
I am suffering so much.
そこは否定しねえぜ。
ありがとうございます。
This fucking
僕を
scene.
人間だと思ってくれて、ありがとうございます。 そのお気持ちだけで僕、そしてそれ以上は僕には残酷すぎるから。
いや、もう
And you accept
十
that?
分だぜ。
It's also your fault.
その悪かったな。
You should slap him in the face. That's the thing you should do. Jessica recklessly scratched at her head and spoke, trying to force her voice to sound bright.
私一人がいろいろ先走っちゃって
Oh.
迷惑かけたよ。
No. I'm gonna cry.
ごめん。貴重な休みを丸一日振り回しちゃって。本当に。
いえ、僕も楽しそうなお嬢様が見られて嬉しかったです。
じゃあ今夜はこれで終わりにしようぜ。私も部屋に戻って消灯しないとまた母さんに怒られちまうよ。
そうされた方がよろしいでしょう。おやすみなさいませ、お嬢様。
うん、おやすみ。
Canon saw Jessica trot away with her back to him, looking disheartened. But then she suddenly broke into a reckless dash and disappeared in the direction of the mansion. As he watched her back for just an instant, Canon was tormented by the feeling that just make a huge mistake. Really? Like, do you think so? But yeah, that make... I'm gonna kill you, Canon, and make it look like it's an accident.
Why don't you ask Beatrice to do it? She's probably going to
Yeah,
be very happy to do so.
she's very good at it, so yeah, I'll probably ask her. She's been forced to refuse her now for her sake, while the pain was still at its smallest.
女を泣かせるとはなかなかやるではないか。
There we go.
And you're saying that in my ears like that? Like it's nothing?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
お前がそこまで拒絶するとは意外であった。
Let me tell you, Beatrice, you surely know how to make an entrance.
普
Yes.
通に受け答えしていれば、わらわの魔法で二組目の恋人たちが生まれていたものを。
いつからそこに。最低なやつだな。
Since the beginning.
Okay. I love this soundtrack so much.
No, it's okay. This is super good. When you turn around, the witch was suddenly there. It looked like she'd been there the whole time, watching the two of them as though enjoying a play. This is like a huge soap opera for her.
Yes.
わらわへの暴言は愉快なる見せ物に免じて特別に許す。男と女のこじれ合いに勝る見せ物は千年を経ても存在せぬな。わらわにとっては何よりも甘美な、止められぬ快楽よ。
Okay, yeah, that's what I said, basically.
ん
Canon pulled the butterfly brooch out of its pocket. It was a manifestation of the great magic the witch has bestowed. Without hesitation, Canon slammed it against the ground and stomped on it.
ほう、わらわの与えたものと知りつつ、それはな。
今理解した。お前がしているのは恋のキューピッドなんて洒落たものじゃない。お前は結ばれぬ者たちに恋を見せてたぶらかして楽しんでいるだけの悪魔だ。
そう思うも自由よ。わらわが力を貸した人間の多くはお前と同じようなことを口にする。
ほうけるな。
Basically saying, already heard that, don't care.
お前はシャノンを憐れんで力を貸したんじゃない。恋に胸を焦がすシャノンの心の隙をついて自分を封じていた鏡を割り
Yes, and she was probably very bored, so that's another reason.
Yes.
しかもそれだけじゃない。その末路まで想像がついていてもてあそんでいる。違うか。
家具とはつくづく哀れな存在よ。夢も未来も恋すらもないか。よいよい、身の程はわきまえるに限るぞ。ジェシカの心にはお前が察する通り淡い恋心があった。そなたはそれにハサミを入れ刈り取ったつもりでいる。だが木は勝手に茂らせたものより枝を間引き剪定したものの方が太い枝をつけるというぞ。
It's not over. Okay.
家具にシャーノンとジョージもやがては結ばれ得ぬ恋に行き詰まり、わらわ好みの大きな果実を実らせるだろう。
This is not dubbed. Okay.
I think it's a
Part of the
it's
other
a,
phrase,
it's a
probably.
dub. Wait, a bug. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, sometimes when there's this large amount of sound and
No,
the dialogue, it
It's
happens.
probably also you have to think that the phrase is structured differently, so
Yeah.
you cannot really do that very precisely.
Yeah.
Okay.
しかしいかんせんあの二人はうまくいきすぎていて面白くなくてな。
Mm-hmm.
そこへ行くとお前たちは大いにわらわを楽しませてくれそうだぞ。
I know already that that's not gonna end well, so you don't have to tell me. The witch laughed. Even though she had known the two could never be together, she had lent magic to bring them together. However, they couldn't escape the fate that prevented them from ever being truly joined. The witch knew that. Even if they were joined, Shannon and George, Cameron and Jessica would eventually break up. They will wander through an endless desert in this hell of love, tormented by an eternal thirst.
わらわがその力を対価なく貸すことがあるとでも恋に手は貸そう。その対価はやがて必ず訪れる二人への過酷な運命の鑑賞料としていただくわけよ。これに勝る見せ物は1000年経っても存在せぬ。金蔵を見るがいい。恋の味を知り、楽園を追放された哀れな老いぼれの末路を。
Yeah, I noticed kinda.
Yes.
死んでも死にきれぬ、さながら亡者のような生き様を見るがいい。
Okay, notice this. She's talking to
Yeah.
Canon, but she's also talking to you. Because she's looking directly at the fourth wall.
No, not convinced. Just because it's a very visual novel style. This
Because I'm saying that it's like a double. Of course, she's looking at Canon in the scene, of
Yeah.
course, but in the drawing right now, she's looking directly in my way. Let's say it, okay? It's
Okay.
What I'm seeing is this is definitely done on purpose, because she's saying. I'm explaining this to Canon, but I'm also explaining this to you, the viewer. And also, she said, have you seen Kinzo, the state that he is in? It's my fault.
Let's say that I think it's an interesting point of view, but I
know that it's
Mhm.
I know that it's a general
most of Beatrice's sprite look towards the screen.
yeah, but
Most of the sprites in this game look towards the screen.
not
But
so,
I can.
honestly, not most of them, I'd say.
I will take. I will pay
Because
more attention to this aspect in the future.
I honestly think that whenever the sprite look in your direction, it's not the case. Because think
Okay.
also about what's the other witch name?
Berncastel.
Castle.
Yeah, Berncastel was definitely on purpose.
Yes.
That was the fourth
What-
wall break.
Yes. This is not a fourth wall break in that sense, but I think Kings and the poor slave will be mad by a witch. Yes, but I think that this way of showing Beatrice, who is like the most powerful character here, and she's like toying with everything that she has. It's also like, it's like right now we are canon because we are seeing his point of view, but
Yes.
it's also like, hey, I'm looking at you because I can. That's the thing.
I'll pay more attention to this sprite thing in the future because I haven't really noticed this, but this is definitely interesting.
But it's not like she knows that she's looking at us. It's like more of a narrative
yeah,
point
I can
thing.
see that. Okay.
Not like it's done on purpose in that way. Not like it's not like Beatrice, she's directly looking at the viewer, at the player, on purpose. See, even look at Canon. It's not looking directly in toward this way.
Right.
It's looking a little bit on the left.
Yes.
消えて失せろこの悪魔め
頼まれずとも消えよう。
And right now Beatrice is still looking at the left. So that moment I think it was definitely on purpose.
まだまだわらわには力が戻らぬでな。姿を現し続けるのはまだまだ疲れることよ。そなたら恋人たちに力を授けるのに無理をしすぎたのでな。触媒のブローチなしで力を維持し続けるのは今のわらわには容易ではない。
Canon ground his foot even more into the stone brooch. He felt it break under his foot. Then it evaporated like water, and changed into butterflies that sparkled gold throttling out of beneath Canon's foot.
わらわもこの姿を保ち続けるのがしばしそなたの願い通り満ちぬ潮も月もないようにそして必ずや訪れようわらわがよみがえるにふさわしい時がそれが明日のことか来年のことかさもなくば100年1000年未来のことかは想像もつかぬ。だがわらわを楽しませてくれる者たちがおる限りその時までしばし姿を消す。そなたの手のひらにもはやあざはなく
Okay.
Wait, I'm reading chat.
No, okay.
Them is saying, out as a good girl, so this witch will give her some sweets. Pizza is a good. I think she was gonna say boy, but it's the translation. We cosplay the same in Japan, so the witch will give him a Gundam model kit. Yay!
Oh, yay.
そなたが望むならば明日の朝にはわらわの存在など夢か幻のように消し去ることもできよう。忘れ去られることほどわらわに悲しいことはない。だがわらわは必ずよみがえる。そしてその日がいつ訪れても後悔することのないようわらわは必ずや再臨しこの島の真の主としてその時こそ再び黄金鏡の扉が開かれる。欲深な亡者たちが必ずやわらわを呼び覚ます。
くどい早く消え去れ黄金の魔女
Wow. The witch became a cloud of gold butterflies and scattered away, leaving behind a scorpion laugh. The whole area sparkled like a gold blizzard in a snow globe. It was a fleeting, fantastical scene that disappeared in a heartbeat.
There we go.
The witch could no longer be seen. However, Canon felt like he could still hear the shrill, unpleasant laugh.
愉快愉
Eh?
快
Wait, what?
Wait, stop.
Really?
If
Now?
yes, Yes. If I remember correctly, but I'm not too sure. If, if you want to, you can continue for a couple more screens.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm correct, this is going to open a Pandora's box.
Oh, okay. So maybe not do it. Maybe not doing Red Knights
Go,
the best.
go ahead for a couple more screens. Let me see if I'm right.
Okay. You know what?
No.
I'm just gonna save. I'm just gonna save.
Okay, save. Dun, 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 dun. Go.
なぜに久しぶりの人の世はこうも愉快なのか。恋に狂え、黄金に狂え、そのどちらにも狂わぬものなど人間にあらず。なるほど。故に家具とは言い得たり、家具は人間に奉仕するために生み出される。そしてわらわは退屈、その
Oh,
わら
no,
わは
wait.
家具を支
I
配で
clicked
き
by
ん
mistake.
と
One moment. I didn't read the thing there.
なんとも愉快な三すくみ。
Okay. Okay.
金蔵め、実に面白いことをしてくれる。家具め。わらわを撃てるか試みてみるがいい。今宵、まきたる恋の種は2つ。すでにまきたる種と含めて、これで3つ。
Is this one Kinzo? She's talking about? The one already sown? Is that? Because like, to Seed of Love, it's one is Shannon, one is Shannon and George, Canon and Jessica. And this one? Already sown? Ooh. The only one I can think about is Kinzo.
How about maybe someone is already...
Eva Nidayoshi? Maybe?
Maybe.
But like...
Thinking in couples, maybe.
Yeah, but any of the parents could be... any of the adults could be at that point. But 3... Eh? I don't know. It's okay. If it wasn't clear, it's this one then.
なぜ私を一人この苦界に置き去りにした
Okay, no, seriously. How can you make an organ sound this good?
I don't know, but it's so nice.
私は憎い。これほどまでに恋焦がれているのに。
Ah, she's trying, dude. She's trying, but apparently it is also your fault.
親方様、それ以上のお酒はお体に触り。
Isn't that kind of late for that?
南條先
Kenji,
生
I don't
ご注
care.
意を受けておられるのでは。
黙れ源氏。お前には分からぬ。我が嘆きも苦しみも分からぬ。お前だけは我が苦しみを理解してくれていると、なぜに理解できないというのか。おー、ベアトリーチェ。なぜ私だけを置き去りに。
なんだよ、家具って。わけわかんねえよ。
Ah, yeah, I do get it though. You don't deserve this, Jessica. You don't deserve this at all.
おおいたわしやジェシカ様、寝室から聞こえてくるすすり泣く声に私は事情を知りつつも、すべては若すぎた二人と近すぎた距離、そして生まれた家柄が遠すぎたゆえの
It's not really just that. apparently, but okay.
私はただただお嬢様のお気持ちを汲み取り、足音を殺して静かに立ち去るのみなのでございます。
Okay, so this is
Okay, now we can stop.
okay.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if that scene was something else, but no, but still a good time to stop here. Then
Let
that
me
last scene,
let me
damn.
let me just check if there's anything new.
Maybe
Nothing.
go on canon and click on canon. Can you do that? On the
Ooh.
actual canon. Oh,
I clicked to.
okay.
I'm
Nothing.
clicking
Okay.
on canon and nothing's happened. Something
No.
should something happen?
No, I remembered that maybe you could change the outfits in some cases, but I forgot about that.
Other
Yeah, exactly.
black
But I'm not too sure how to
clothing.
do that anymore.
Still don't know his real name.
Nope. Yeah, volevi.
Yes. Honestly, yes.
Yes.
I did want to know it. But of course, the game cannot tell me that immediately.
Have you saved?
They have to pick it up and then say, no, ha,
No.
ha,
No.
he,
No.
see
Have you
this?
saved?
See, I think yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
but
you
just
did.
let me just save again because yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, if I had like
Stop.
what?
Yes, stuff happened.
Stuff
Tell me.
happened. No, but what I wanted to say is, if I had even a little doubt that the servants with the on weren't human, now I am 100% sure they aren't.
Okay.
So yes, and Beatrice said that thing again about, oh yeah, Kinzo, you did something very fun, very entertaining. No, those things are not human, etc. And also Canon was very, very serious when he was saying, I am not human, girl. I look like human, but I am not.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't a way of saying I am furniture. It was a serious
Very
thing.
serious.
It was very serious, saying, hey, I know I look like a human, but I'm not. So yeah, now I am 100% sure it's like that.
Okay.
So, what else to add?
Nope. Beatrice is cool as always.
I was expecting Canon and Jessica to not get together in the end, of course.
Yeah. But maybe not like this.
But maybe a little bit less tragic.
Traumas. There you
Yeah,
go.
a little bit less tragic.
Yeah, but Beatrice likes tragic.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, this is like a huge soap opera for her.
Yes.
What else?
I think that because most of the time that we play today is Canon and Jessica.
Yes,
stuff.
I at this point, so all these chapters gonna be about love and love situations, I suppose.
It's very diversified, but love is definitely one of the core topics of the game.
Yeah, but at least for this chapter, it's for what we're seeing right now. It's they were all talking about loves, couples, and relationship in that way. And Kinzo is obsessed.
I'm going to tell you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is going to be another chapter that is all about love. It's going to be a long time from now.
I bet that's gonna be like the most messed up love one can imagine if you say that like that. So yeah. And if Kinzo's not messed up already, so it's
Yes.
like super obsessed in the wrongest way possible.
Okay.
So yeah. Also, I am pretty sure that the 3 seeds of love that Beatrice was talking about was Shannon and George, Canon and Jessica, and the other one is Kinzo, definitely. Because after that,
Makes sense.
after she saying that, there was Kinzo, and it's not like Kinzo said anything very important. It was just there for hey, nudge nudge, wink wink. Maybe it's that, so there's no other reason for that. There was no very important dialogue there. At least I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so
Shall we go to sleep?
shall we? We should. Also,
Yes.
plug yourself.
Tomorrow we are going to play Omori, and I'm very scared because there's one letter left.
Oh,
And then
I remember. I can help. Remember me that I can help you find that letter.
Oh, okay, thank you. I will remind you.
Because it's definitely. I looked it. I looked where it is. It is missable. It's not that hard to find though.
Okay, thank you.
So it's very easy. After that, prepare yourself. I'm just
God.
telling you, because have you ever played Umineko?
No, I heard of Umineko.
Okay, good. That's even better.
Oh god.
That's even better. If you haven't played that, that's even better. Okay. So, yeah. Have fun.
Thank you, I guess. I guess I will.
So, instead, my next stream will be in 2 days, and there's gonna be Deltarune. I think I'm basically at the end of chapter 3. Also, I love Mr. Tenna, and I'm not biased at all.
No.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
It's not like it could be my cool uncle or something. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be that in Wednesday. So thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in a pixel bit. Have a good time. Have a good night. And bye bye.
Bye.